You may think you don't need a men's group, and maybe you don't. I mean, certainly that's what I thought until totally cracked my life open. Let me ask you something. What happens when the version of you that you know so well suddenly stops working? Or maybe you realize it never worked at all. And not just in your careers, but in your love life, in your health, in your spirit. It is a disorienting place. And if you've been there, you're not alone. I've been there too. What changed for me, though, wasn't advice. It wasn't reading more books. It wasn't going to more lectures. It was actually practice. It was actually practice, and specifically within a group of men who are committed to being there fully and committed to giving me their most powerful, loving feedback. Despite all the press, masculinity is not broken, but it is confused. Most of us were never taught how to embody a healthy masculine. And so instead, by default, we became one of the extremes. We became a lone wolf or we became a nice guy. How's that working for you? In my years of running men's groups, I've seen this pattern. The pattern is this: that some men develop either on their own or in a group alpha practices. They get really good at mastering their purpose. They get good at consciousness. They really strengthen their resilience muscle. They figure out their direction. They work on stillness. And some choose the other pole, which I would say is from the first, I'd say the alpha, and this I'd say is the omega, the other side of the alphabet, where they focus on feelings, emotions, connections, empathy, emotional intelligence, all of those really important things. And both are important. Both that first, that's working on stillness, consciousness, what I would call the alpha, and that part that works on the flow, what I'd call the omega. However, neither is complete on their own. And here's the key: integration, integration of the alpha and the omega, integration of the stillness and the flow, integration of the consciousness and the emotional intelligence. And that's why a high integrity men's group really is essential. It's not even optional, I think, today. So let's name what's real. Most men are navigating life without a map, right? They're reacting to trauma, they are avoiding conflict, or they're overcompensating somewhere in their relationship or just in their life. And here's what it often sounds when they're speaking to me, either in a group or one on one. They're saying, I'm showing up for everyone, but I feel invisible. Or I want to feel in my power. I don't even know what that means. Or I shut down when things get difficult. Or here's the big one: she's demanding more of me, and I don't even know where to start. These are all bids for what I would say transformation. They're kind of calls of help, cries of help. But most men aren't in relationships or environments where they can really work on these things. For this, they need a brotherhood. I know brotherhood sounds kind of archaic. Maybe it's what other people do, but brotherhood in the sense of men who will stand for you, men who will take a stand for you, men who will challenge you, who will love you, who will push you for your own sake, not theirs, push you to be a better man. That's the kind of work that happens in men's groups. Men's groups are the places where you negotiate kind of with your deepest self. And it's not to dominate, but instead to understand and to integrate. It's in these places that we start to ask really the most important questions. Like, what part of me have I exiled or cast aside so I could be accepted? What's the impact of my actions upon the world? What's the ripple that I'm creating? What is the impact of my presence on those I love? And what does it mean to lead, especially to lead as the real me without a mask? In a good men's group, We don't chase certainty, but we do practice. And specifically, we practice an embodied inquiry. So we hold each other accountable, not just to what we say, but who we are becoming. So if you're a man who's tired of holding it all alone, if you've done all of the self work and you're still feeling stuck in those patterns, ask yourself, what would it feel like to be fully seen, to be fully accepted? What becomes possible when you stop negotiating with your shadows on your own? Men's groups are not about fixing you, they're about refining you through truth, through practice, through connection. And that's why they're essential, I believe, for today's modern man, because you can't embody what you haven't practiced. And truthfully, you can't practice in isolation. One more thing. If this rang a bell for you, or you've been on a path of healthy, balanced, integrated men's work, please follow my channel and comment and like. And if you're looking for a men's group, or you think a men's group would benefit someone in your life, see the next video for things that I look for in a good, solid, integrated, powerful, healthy men's group. See you soon.